Today in our 2014 Ford Flex, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the Curt custom fit Class 3 trailer hitch receiver. Offering the 1¼ by 1¼ opening, its part number is C13110. Now here's a look at the hitch installed on the Flex. You'll see we're going to have a short piece of the cross tube that'll be visible here on the driver's side. A little bit longer piece here on the passenger side. It's not a symmetrical hitch, but it does serve the purpose very well. Comes up, it uses existing weld nuts to go into place, so not a lot of effort in getting it put on. Once we get here to the middle, we've got our receiver tube opening. Now this is a Class 3. It's a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening and a nice reinforcement collar around the end of it there. This is going to handle a ton of accessories. There's a lot of things out there that are Class 3 type of accessories that you could put in here. And it offers a ground clearance that's kind of in the low to middle spectrum of where hitches typically sit in relation to the ground. So what I would recommend, if you're going to use a cargo carrier or maybe a platform style bike rack, you might want to use something that has a raised shank. That way it'll promote a little bit more ground clearance there at the rear. Or a hanging style bike rack would be a really great option as well. We've got our safety chain connection points down here, so that if you do plan on hauling small trailers or something like that, shouldn't have any issues getting those chains connected. You can see it's nice and open. And then you'll see our 5/8 diameter pinhole here in the receiver tube. That's what we'll use to secure all of our items with. We want to be sure we choose Class 3 accessories, but there should be plenty of room on each side for any type that you want to use, whether it's just a hitch pin and clip, maybe a locking hitch pin, or even an anti-rattle device. When it comes to towing and hauling, we've got really good ratings on the hitch. They offer a 400-pound tongue weight rating. So that's the maximum downward force that we can put here at the receiver tube opening. And it gives us a 4,000-pound gross trailer weight rating. That's the total weight of our trailer than anything that we load up on it. It is rated for weight distribution, but those ratings are going to stay the same. And you will want to check your owner's manual on the Flex. We need to see what its tow ratings are, and we'll go off of whichever of those are the lowest. Now, a couple of measurements that are helpful when selecting your ball mounts, bike racks, or hitch cargo carriers will be from the ground to the inside top edge of our receiver tube opening. We're going to have about 13¾ of an inch. Then from the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of our bumper, it's about 3½. Now to begin our installation, we need to get our exhaust lowered down. You'll see we've got a dual exhaust setup on this one. Some of them are going to be single, but regardless, what we want to do is use a support strap underneath. Go from one side to the other. This is going to give us an area for our exhaust to come down and rest on, and then we can adjust how far down we want it to go, prevent any damage to any of the other hangers or anything like that. Now we have 3 hangers that we're going to remove. There's going to be one on each side right above the tailpipe, and then if we come forward, whether it's a single or a dual exhaust, there's going to be one right here at this cross member. Now we like to use some spray lubricant, and then a big screwdriver or a pry bar should get the job done for you. Alright, that should be good. Let's see if we can kind of rotate it to get the room we need. Now we're going to take down the hanger portion itself. Got our isolators separated. Now we want to remove the 2 large bolts on one side or each side, depending on your exhaust setup. Now we'll want to save those brackets for reinstallation later. Now I'll do the same thing here on their driver's side. Now with an extra set of hands, we're going to get our hitch lifted up and into position. Now as we do this, we need to reinstall the exhaust hanger brackets that we removed. These are going to be sandwiched between the conical tooth washers, which should face upwards towards our hitch, and the hitch bracket itself. Now once we have 3 or 4 good turns on that, we can just let it rest there while we get our other side going. We just let our hitch rest there, and we'll get our other 2 sets of hardware in this forward hole location. Now we can take just a quick look. Want to make sure we've got our hitch centered with the vehicle, and we can snug down our hardware. Now we'll grab our torque wrench, and we want to torque all 4 of our fasteners down to the specifications that they have listed in our instructions. Now for our passenger side exhaust hanger here, it can be a bit tricky to get it up in position. So what I'm going to do is pull it off of the exhaust. Again, spray lubricant's going to help us out here. And I'm going to slide it up on the hanger attached to the vehicle where it'll come down. That should make it a little bit easier for us to get this slid in. Then we can work over and get the one here on the other side taken care of, and also the one there in the middle. All right, we'll just pull down our strap here, and our hitch is going to be ready for use. With our exhaust back in place, that's going to complete our installation of the Curt Custom Fit Class 3 Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number C13110 on our 2014 Ford Flex.